Why is Lorenza a really special bird? Stick around and you'll find out why. Out of my 18 species of parrots, that's another one back there, she is hands down one of my favorites, even though we call her the Demogorgon. I have to say that my relationship with my Amazon parrot is something that I never would have thought I could really have with a pet, although I call parrots companions. Lorenza is just very dedicated to me. You could see how cuddly she is, and she will nuzzle into my neck. She just really acts like she appreciates being with me. When we're together, she just, most of the time, just hangs out with me. And I think part of that is because we are guessing she's old. I adopted her as an adult with no history. So I don't know, look at that happy, blissful girl. I don't know how old she is, but we think that she's probably, like in her 30s or 40s. She has some damage to her in the sense that she was probably fed a seed-based diet. So her liver is delicate, her arteries have fat in them, and her bones are thin, as per the vet. So that is definitely one reason she is so easygoing. However, she is a typical Amazon. Her nickname is the Demogorgon. She's a typical Amazon with other people. No one else can come near her. Even if you don't mean to, she will lunge and has certainly been known to bite. Unfortunately. Not much, not often, because most people don't try to pet the Demogorgon. So it's usually not a problem. On the contrary, with me, she is just so sweet and tender. If I'm doing something she doesn't like, she will gently beak me. For example, sometimes I find pin feathers and I try to get the outer shell off the pin feather for her, because the pin feathers on their heads is something a partner would take the pin feather off for them. And so when a parrot doesn't have a partner, they need something or someone, to help with those pin feathers. So when I do it, I sit there and I'm doing a pin feather, and I think sometimes, I don't mean to, but I think it pulls at her, and she kind of goes, ah, and quickly turns her head like that. But you just saw that. Nothing I ever do, even if I'm surprising her, nothing I ever do really leads to anything but the most gentle, loving treatment of me. It's just phenomenal. There is an exception, and that is if I have her on me like I do now, and someone were to come close by, she might very well bite me, and bite me hard, because that's just the way parrots think. They're just telling the parrots around them that this is not acceptable behavior. So there you just saw her nibbling on me. So, not nibbling, but being very gentle. It's just like a very gentle little massage. She doesn't even preen me that hard, which is delightful. So Lorenza provides me some parrot that I can just relax with, take a nap with, watch TV with, cuddle with. And I don't know, she's just, you always hoped your best friend would be like that kind of thing, in the sense that she never complains about me. She's just always very sweet and loving and affectionate. she's like the quintessential man's best friend in a dog, in the sense that dogs are like that, right? They just provide you unconditional love. And Lorenza does the same, except she does say to me, want some, when I'm eating something she wants, or want to come when she wants me to pick her up. And she says hello as well, or goodbye. So I've also never had a pet that was so connected. I think dogs can be really connected. We had a dog that I believe knew when we were coming home and we were close to home, that kind of thing. Lorenza does the same, except she starts to say hello. And so that's how people know I'm getting home. I'm close to home. Because before I show up in the driveway, Lorenza starts to say hello. And before I leave the house and before I gather my things, before I do anything that gives away hints that I'm leaving, she starts to say goodbye. So it's just really phenomenal to have a parrot that is just like so dedicated to me. And I truly hope she thinks that I'm dedicated to her. And based on that blissful look, I think she does. I know that not all parrots are like this. One of my least favorite things is when someone's watching parrot videos and they think that parrots are biddable. They think parrots are nothing but cuddly. Amazons are not. Amazons are very loud. Our other two Amazons would break, they would shatter the windows. Wouldn't they? Lorenza's not quite as loud, but they really are loud. And so my point is, a part of it is I got lucky with Lorenza, but it also comes from just spending a lot of time and a lot of loving and taking care of your parrot to have them be like this. Lorenza knows that I really went out of my way to take care of her, because when I first got her, she was sick, and I think that's made a really big difference. So she is really like an incredible bond. I just really didn't think it was possible. And I have lots of parrots, and I have amazing bonds with lots of my parrots, but Lorenza just is like no other.